Hello everybody, it's Foo here, and I am so excited for this video today. I've kind of been teasing on Twitter that I've got this awesome VGC strategy that I came up with while I was away with my job, and I've come back. I can't wait to record this because it is so fun. You've all seen the title, and yes, this is going to be something that you're going to witness. It is so cool. So I'm going to just jump straight into a battle to show you what's going on. Don't blink because it goes pretty fast, some of these turns. So yeah, just keep watching. So basically, I was playing with, I was looking at OHKO moves to see if there were any experiments or things. I didn't know much about them, just to see what I could do with them. And then I realized, actually, there were some things that you could do to make OHKO moves pretty cool. So I came up with this strategy. It involves getting no guard onto a Pokemon that can use OHKO moves. I decided Alolan Ninetales was probably the best for this because it's kind of viable in VGC anyway, so people wouldn't necessarily bat an eyelid to see it on a team, that it was just kind of normal. But also because it's pretty fast, so this strategy will work best with that. So I've got these two on the field. What I'm going to do is go for a Tailwind with my Mega Pidgeot. Do have to Mega Evolve, because I need to get that no guard ability there. Tailwind's really going to help me out, especially the Tapu Lele's Choice Scarf, but it turns out it's not. Anyway, and then we go for the role play with my Ninetales, giving it the no guard. That's how easily you can accomplish this. Ninetales now has the no guard, and it can go for the sheer cold move with 100% accuracy. That is how easy this works. So I'm really excited to show you this. Right, so we've got the opponent going for a Z move with the Tapu Lele. We see that the Tapu Lele has a Z Crystal, not the Choice Scarf, so that's really good information. I guess they went with the Hydreigon because it gets Tailwind and stuff. Anyway, that's also slower because it's showing the Protect. It's not Choice Scarf either. It's not gone for the Tailwind. Guess it went for the Protect because we've got the Hail up. It's scared about Ice type moves. But anyway, right now, I'm thinking that the Hydreigon isn't very happy right here. And it may well not want to go for any moves or anything. I'm going to Protect with my Alolan Ninetales and bring out my Oranguru, because I know Oranguru could take anything from the Tapu Lele if it happens to go for a move, but if he switches out, that's fine. But yeah, Oranguru is now in, and you are about to witness the power of this strategy. I love this turn. This is so fun. You may just witness there, Oranguru got hit by Hail first. What is this madness? Why did this happen? Well, we're going to go for the Sheer Cold first. Target down that very bulky Milotic. Obviously going to hit. We've got that no guard. OHKO Milotic with an Ice type. What the hell is this? Reverse Day? Anyway, that's pretty cool. But then Oranguru goes straight after because it is a bloody Choice Scarf Oranguru. We can get the Instruct off straight away and get that Tapu Lele out of there. That is how this strategy works, and I absolutely love it. Two Pokemon OHKO'd like that. It was so easy. So now my opponent brings out Metagross and Hydreigon. At this time, my Tailwind is still up, and I thought of how I should go about this turn, but only too late. The timer ran out, so I didn't get this play 100% right. What I needed to do was go for a Sheer Cold with my Ninetales into the Metagross and switch out my Oranguru into my Pidgeot. I was expecting a double Protect this turn so that the Tailwind would run out, and then they'd be able to, the Mega Metagross would outspeed my Ninetales. But that's not what happened. I went for the Instruct with my Oranguru just because that's what the game locked me into when the timer ran out. The next turn I'd have been able to Protect and get a Tailwind up again if they had double protected. But anyway, what I do now is just go for a Sheer Cold with my Ninetales just in case I do outspeed the Metagross. Unfortunately, my OHKO strategy won't be able to take out this final Pokemon, but I mean, 3 out of 4. That's pretty decent, and we are going to be able to close out this match, but with another really cool set that I want to showcase just because the Pokemon might look like dead weight outside of the one thing it does, but actually it's not. It's pretty useful. So we've got the Machamp out here, another no guard Pokemon, so it could be another target for the role play. It also gets useful moves like Wide Guard, which I'm going to show you, I think, a battle with that in a sec. But Metagross is easily able to OHKO Machamp with the super effective Tough Claws boosted Zen Headbutt. But my Oranguru with the Choice Scarf has Foul Play, so it's able to decimate this Metagross. It does well over 50%. It's easily going to 2-hit KO, and it's actually really bulky. It's got max HP and some defense investment, so it could take any one hit that the Metagross wants to go for. My Pidgeot outspeeds 2 and will be able to 2-hit KO from there. Also, he goes for the Ice Punch on my Pidgeot. This is a bulky Pidgeot, so it's it's just about able to take the Ice Punch. So that's a pretty cool set to show off. And I just thought that this was a really, really good battle to show off some of the sets that I've put together for this team that work quite well all together. So that was a pretty neat one to show you. Basically, you use roleplay to get no guard onto a Pokemon with an OHKO move, and then you work from there. Tailwind Pidgeot is such a good Pokemon for this though, because it outspeeds and usually gets that Tailwind off before the opponent can do anything. So I love that aspect of this team. That's the first battle, and I think it really shows how this team can work really well, and also shows off some of the sets. But I'll show you some of the other matchups that we can do. So I'll show you this one against an opponent with a pretty standard looking team. They've got the Amoonguss there, which is not always seen but very powerful in VGC because it can spam sleep. But you see the Zapdos there, powerful, and with Tailwind, Landorus and Incineroar, two very present Pokemon, both intimidate users. But this dude, the Incineroar with the Fake Out, and then the Amoonguss to spam the Spore. So just so that I can show you like the full extent of these sets, they both have, these two both going up against a Fake Out user. I want to use double Protect because I have Protect on both these Pokemon. I think it's useful to have against Fake Out users. You have to watch out if the opponent has a Pokemon that can set up, because you don't want to allow them a free turn of setup. But in this case, Amoonguss can't really set up, so we're okay to go for the double Protect here and burn the Incineroar's Fake Out. I'm not really sure why the opponent brought the Amoonguss, because it doesn't have a very good matchup against my team, especially against these two, because both have super effective moves against it. So I thought that that was a bit of a strange pick here. It would be able to take any one move from either of these Pokemon, but both on the same turn, it wouldn't be able to take both. No way. No way. So right here, we're going to do the setup. Amoonguss is quite pressured, so I wasn't scared about it going for a Spore or anything. I thought it might switch out. It actually has a Protect. That's fine. We can work around that. So we're going to get the Tailwind up, and we're going to go for the roleplay. I went for the Tailwind because I wasn't sure if the opponent might have a Choice Scarf Pokemon, and they also had Mega Metagross on their main team thing. So I wanted to make sure that I would be faster than that. Landorus often carries the Choice Scarf, and just in case they manage to get a Tailwind up with their own Zapdos as well, is useful to go for. So we get the setup there, but we unfortunately do take a big Flare Blitz, but you see that my Ninetales has the Focus Sash. You saw that in the last battle too, so it's able to hang on. And right now, what I'm going to do is go for the Sheer Cold into the Incineroar. If it's an AV Incineroar, the opponent may think that I'm not able to touch it. I do this also because the Amoonguss, I can pressure with my Pidgeot, so I'm not in too much of a rush to KO that right now. So I can go for a Hurricane into that slot. Turns out they switch out into Zapdos, which actually takes a really nice amount because my Pidgeot is bulky. You saw that it lived the Mega Metagross Ice Punch. It's got HP investment, no special attack investment. I felt like it didn't really need it because it's not here to be an attacker. It's here to get the Tailwind up and then kind of die so that I get a free switch into my Oranguru. But that doesn't always happen because they don't always target down my Pidgeot. Anyway, Amoonguss comes back in here. I'm going to go for a Protect with my Ninetales because I kind of want my Pidgeot to go down so Oranguru can come in and I can do the Instruct shenanigans. And I'm just going to go for a Hurricane into the Amoonguss because pressuring that with Pidgeot means that I just don't have to Sheer Cold it later. But you see here, Zapdos actually goes for a Heat Wave. It's obviously trying to pick off my Ninetales. So I'm not really going to be able to get around this any other way. I'll need to take out the Zapdos this turn. If the Amoonguss goes for an attack, well, it's kind of okay because at that point, if they take out my Ninetales, I'm still 3-2 up. So that's still a good position to be in. So I'm going to go for the Sheer Cold into the Zapdos. The Zapdos does go down. I wasn't too scared about it protecting there because it looks like it's really wanting to take out my Ninetales, and also it's confused, so even if it did go for a Protect, then it might not work. You see the Amoonguss hit itself here. I don't think that that played into this game very much. You'll see the following turn why. So Landorus comes in, and that's potentially good for me because it might mean that I can just Hurricane the Amoonguss and Sheer Cold the Landorus, but actually I was a bit concerned that it might be a Choice Scarf Landorus, and I do need my Pidgeot to be able to take out this Amoonguss, so I'm going to protect with my Pidgeot, go for the Sheer Cold with my Alolan Ninetales. You do see that Amoonguss protects, that's fine, I wasn't targeting that this turn anyway, and it turns out to be a Choice Scarf Landorus, which does take out my Ninetales, so again Ninetales isn't going to be able to close out this battle. But I do have my Machamp in the back, and the opponent has sealed the deal here because Machamp has Wide Guard. He's Choice Scarfed into Rock Slide. I can spam Wide Guard, and the Landorus won't be able to do anything about that, and Pidgeot can take out the Amoonguss. So this is basically a win for me here because Landorus can't do anything through Wide Guard. So that's a GG to this opponent, and again, the OHKO move's working quite well. The issue with this battle, why it didn't go as well as the previous one, is Pidgeot lasted too long. Basically, Pidgeot's meant to die quicker than that so that the Oranguru can come in, but the opponent knew from the beginning that my Ninetales was a bigger threat to them, so they weren't targeting it. So those are a couple of battles that just show you how this team works. When it works really well, it works really quickly. When it doesn't work as well, it doesn't work as quick. I'm going to show you the full team right now. So you can see, just quickly, you can see the sets. And I've also tried some other Pokemon that get roleplay and OHKO moves. So we've got this Bishop here. You can try an anti-Trick Room team, which is what I'm showing here. It's got the Chopper Berry to take hits really nicely. But it gets a Guillotine, which is great, but it doesn't hit Ghost types, but that's okay because it's a Bishop with knockoff, so that's fine. And then there's also Landorus, which gets roleplay Fissure. Fissure doesn't affect levitating or flying things. I put Stonage here because it OHKOs Charizard Y, which is one of the main flying things that you'll see. But you could put Gravity here, which means that Fissure will affect everything, so that's an alternative. We've got my Choice Scarf Oranguru. You can play around with the moves on here, but I think that Psychic and Foul Play are pretty useful. You can play around with the EVs as well. You might want some special attack EVs if you actually like going for the Psychic, but the reason he's here is for the Instruct into the OHKO move. And the last Pokemon is my other No Guard Pokemon, which is Machamp, which can be really good for the setup with the Wide Guard. If you're against an opponent with lots of spread attacks, you can go for the Wide Guard while going for the roleplay, and then do Dynamic Punch shenanigans. It's pretty cool, just different things to try out. The last thing I want to show you is a showdown battle where everything goes perfectly and the battle is ridiculous. So yeah, it's pretty great. I did some showdown battles while testing to make the team better and stuff, and this is one that I came up against. Though it doesn't on first look like the most viable team, with stuff like Incineroar, Gothitelle, and Tapu Lele, it actually does have a lot of scary things on there. Mega Beedrill can actually be a threat. But anyway, I'll show you what happens when things go perfectly with this team. I know you guys like Wi-Fi stuff better, but this is like a super example, and I got so excited when I did this and knew I had to record as soon as possible. So I lead with the normal two because the dream team, Ninetales and Pidgeot, and yeah, the things just go super quick. So do not blink because this is like incredible. So Tapu Lele turns out not to be Scarf. I get the Tailwind and the roleplay off before it gets to attack. Tapu Lele OHKOs my Pidgeot, but now I get to bring in my Oranguru without having to make any hard switches or anything. And yeah, this is ridiculous. This is just ridiculous. Just a Sheer Cold and then a Sheer Cold and everything goes down. And they bring in their next two Pokemon, and it's Crocodile and Togekiss. Neither turn out to be Scarfed. It doesn't matter anyway. I've still got my Focus Sash. Togetic goes down, Togekiss goes down, and then Crocodile goes down, and that's that. 3 turns. 3 turns. That is ridiculous. It's definitely one of the funnest strategies that I've ever come up with. I really, really hope you guys give it a try. You can try and improve the team. Let me know if it works. And just share this as much as possible because I had so much fun with this. I didn't realize that making an OHKO strategy that was semi-viable would be so easy. I did a few battle spot battles and ended up with like a 6-4 ratio, which though it's not brilliant, it's actually a lot better than a lot of other gimmicks that people try. So I think this is pretty fun, definitely worth a try. It's so satisfying when it works. There aren't many things as satisfying in Pokemon, so give it a try. Hope you like this a lot. I've been Fufu, you've been awesome, and hopefully see you next time. Goodbye.